everybody, it's Holly and welcome back to Smile by Holly. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you this adorable, can I just say, super easy 6x6 mini album. And this, literally, you can put this together within about an hour. So I love things that are quick and easy. Yeah, an hour may seem like a little bit of time, but for a mini album, that's really nothing. So I'm so excited. Let me just show you a quick preview of what we'll be making. Alrighty, so the past few projects that I have done, I have used this paper pack. And partly is because I am obsessed with this Doodlebug Winter Wonderland. One of my goals this year is to use up all of my scrap. So I am literally using down to the last piece of paper this paper pack. But I have to say, it is adorable. Look at these colors. So a couple different ways you can make this project. You can make it with just blank cardstock to start with. And let me just bring in my white. I started out just making a blank mini album with white cardstock, and then I was going to cover it with this cute paper. But then I thought, you know what? I have enough paper that I'm just going to make the album with the actual design paper. So just so you know, you can make it either way. This is just a sample with white cardstock, but I am going to be making mine with the actual pattern paper. So let's just jump right in. What you will want to start with are 8 pieces of 11 by 6 cardstock. Now I saw this video or a similar video on Rosa Kelly scrapbooking. However, I have changed the measurements to be a little bit smaller. I wanted to get more out of my 12 by 12 paper, but she did show me this amazing idea for this mini album. So her channel is awesome. Check her out. But I have changed the measurements to kind of work for me and the paper that I had. So once again, you will need 8 pieces of paper that are 11 by 6. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my scoreboard. Let's just do this one section at a time. So take each of your papers, and on the 11-inch side, you are going to want to score it at 6 1/4. 6 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to do that real quick with each one of my papers. So we have got all 8 pages scored at 6 1/4. Okay, now you will want to take a piece of paper. This is going to be for our spine, and it measures 6 by 4. And then 6 by 4, and let's bring our scoreboard back in. So on the 4-inch side, you are going to want to score it at 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, and 3. So basically you start at 1 inch, you end at 3 inches, and it's every 1/4 of an inch. Okay, maybe that will be easier if I tell you that way. Now for this piece of paper, we're not actually going to fold on those score lines. We are just going to use those score lines to help our paper bend, okay? So don't necessarily crease those, just kind of bend it. This is going to be our spine, Okay, and that was just, I love this way of making a spine. Okay, let's set that aside. Now, you are going to need 5 pieces of paper that are 6 by 2 1/4. Then bring in your scoreboard, and this is the last of our scoring. Okay, you want to score it at 1 and 1 1/4. This is going to make our pages have a 1/4 of an inch gusset on each page, okay? So go ahead and do that on all 5. Once again, on the 2 1/4 inch side, you want to score at 1 and 1 1/4. I think I'm most excited to show you how fast this mini album comes together. 1 and 1 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's my last one. 1 and 1 1/4. Okay, guys, we are done with the scoring, so you can put your scoreboard away. Now, while we're right here, let's go ahead and just fold and burnish those. You know, it just makes a nice, crisp little gusset. And let me show you that. It's just a 1/4 of an inch. So we've got all 5 of those pieces. Now we're just going to set them aside for just a moment. Now bring in your 8 pages. These are going to be the base pages, and I am just going to, on that score line, let's go ahead and fold it, burnish it, give it a nice crisp fold there. Now I'm using double-sided paper, which is a bonus, I think, for this. But once again, if you wanted to just use plain colored cardstock and cover it, that would be totally good. Okay, so everything is folded. I'm just going to line my papers up here. Okay, now let me show you how we want to glue our papers down, okay? So let's take 2 pages. I'm going to take these 2. And you can see that there's 2 different sizes, the short side and the longer side. We want to take both of the longer sides and glue them back to back. Okay, do you see how that makes, what does that make? That makes like a T, okay? So we just want to glue those together. Now there's a couple different options. You can glue this entire page down, so make a square of glue and glue the page down. Or you can just do a U shape so that you have a pocket up here at the top. It just leaves, you know, an option for you. I'm just going to make a U shape, okay? And then I'm going to put these back to back. Once again, I want this to go out to make kind of a T shape. So I'm going to hook those together, push it down. You can see as we glue these together that it's going to make just the cutest pages. So there you go. There's 2 of our pages. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other pages. So I have got all 8 pages hooked together. Okay, now let me show you how this book's going to work. So let's bring in our 5 pieces. And these are going to hook right here on this little section. Okay, this is going to go right in there. And then the next page is going to go on top of this. This makes such a nice little gusset for our pages. So let's just do this together. I'm going to put glue on just one side of this. And then let me show you an easy way. I'm going to open up my book and I'm just going to lay this down. Now, sometimes it helps to kind of fold this gusset down, even though there's a score line there. Fold it down so you can line it up good. Does that make sense? So I folded it down and then kind of push that little spine up. That helps to get it on even. Let me make sure I got it on even. Almost, yeah. Okay, so now we are going to put glue on this second part, and we will lay another one of our sections on top of that. You see how that kind of comes together? So I'm just going to add some glue. When I saw this idea, I thought, you know what, that is just fantastic. What a wonderful, wonderful way to make a mini album. Okay, now I am just going to open this up and line it up here. And like I say, sometimes it helps to bend that little section there to help right there to kind of bend it this way and this way to help get it lined up. And there you go. So there is our first section of pages. So fun. Now let's go ahead and take another piece and we will glue it right there on the end. Okay, so we have all of our pages hooked together, and now we're going to take the remainder two and still add those on because this is where we are going to put our cover. So a little bit of glue on here. So what do you guys think? Isn't this turning out so cute? Then I'm just going to add one more on the back and we'll be ready to do our cover. Okay, so that is what our book is looking like right now. But you can see as we open it, it's got cute little flip out pages. Oops, I'm doing it upside down, sorry. So fun, right? Okay, so now for the cover. You will need 2 pieces of 6 by 6 chipboard. Now, if you don't have chipboard, you could certainly use, you know, the cardboard from a cereal box. That works just fine too. This chipboard isn't very thick. I think the thicker you go, the more sturdy your book is, but I think this is going to work out just fine. Now you'll want to take 2 pieces of whatever you want for your front and back cover. I'm going to use this pretty glitter paper for the front and then just a plain white cardstock for the back. So it's whatever you'd like. So the covers are 7.5 by 7.5, and basically you just need something big enough to cover your chipboard. So I'm going to lay my chipboard down. Now for this, you can use, you know, tape adhesive. I'm just going to be using glue because I like the play that I get with glue. Just going to set that down. Now when I'm making mini albums, I do like to take my brayer and just push on that, make sure that I'm getting all of the air bubbles out. I just think it helps to keep that paper flat. Now we're just going to miter the edges a little bit, which is just taking out a little bit of that bulk. You don't want to go all the way to that tip, but just enough to where you leave a little bit and then cut it out. That is going to make a very nice corner for our cover. Okay, do you see that? Now I'm going to, what I like to call, train my paper. I'm just going to gently kind of fold it. This helps to get the paper going in the right direction. So A, it glues down a little bit easier, but B, to make sure that your paper does not crack. And if you have a thick cardstock that you're using, that's a real possibility, is to have your paper crack. Okay, so I think we are good. Just gonna fold that down, burnish it a little bit. And now we are ready to glue this down. Okay, so we have our covers done. Now I'm just going to add a cute piece of paper right in the center, and this paper that covers the middle is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then we are ready to add the covers on, and ba-boom! Mini album done. This is one of my favorite papers in the paper pack. I think they call it the washi stripe, but isn't that just so cute? Oh my goodness, love it, love it, love it. Sometimes I don't want to use this washi paper because I love it so much. And I've got to get over that. I've got to get over the fact that even though I really, really, really like a paper, it does me more good if I can actually craft with it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Sounds kind of funny, but I know you guys have got to know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just going to brayer that down. Okay, we are ready to add our covers on. I'm going to bring in my book, and these are patterns, so I need to make sure that I'm doing the patterns in the right way, and that looks good. So once again, just like we added the pages, I'm just going to add glue right on here, and we will add our cover. Okay, oh my gosh, that is adorable. So now all we need to do is add our spine. And let me bring that in. You know how we took our spine and we just gently, we didn't crease, but we gently folded it? Well, this little section before the first score line is going to line up just perfectly on the outside, okay? So let's get a little bit of glue on there. The reason that makes this work is this spine is flexible, so it allows for our book to grow. So if you have, you know, thick embellishments or things that you want to put in this, the spine is big enough that you can put those in this mini album. You know, sometimes mini albums are just so tight that you hate to put too many thick embellishments in there. And that's what I really like about this is feel free to add the bulky embellishments because of this flexible spine. So do you see how neat that spine is right there? Allows for lots and lots of room. See, the pages just kind of spread out. So voila, let's go ahead and take a look. We've got the flip out page, then the 2 flip out pages, 2 more flip out pages, voila, and then our back. So much fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and embellish this, and then I will come back and show you the finished project. So there is our cute little super easy 6x6 mini album. And look at that, you know, expandable spine. It's just so perfect because you can add so many fun, wonderful things inside. So let's take a look. I usually add bows onto everything I do, but I found these pop-up flowers at Hobby Lobby. They're glitter foam flowers, and I think they just really make that album. You know, with the flowers already on the paper, I think it's really cute. So this one won't have a bow, but I think those flowers are just as cute. Open it up. You know, there were so many cute embellishments. I could hardly decide what to use. But I also think this album would be cute if you just wanted to leave the pages blank and add cute little pictures. And with this paper being like this snow theme, wouldn't it be cute to have like sleigh riding pictures or skiing pictures or snowmobiling pictures? Just so cute. Look at that, snow happy together and hello winter. I love it. So fun. What would you guys do? Would you leave it blank for pictures, or do you like having the embellishments? And then our back page. So fun, so cute. So anyway, thank you for joining me. You know, if you made this album, I would love to hear how it turned out for you. You really can make a mini album in about an hour, and that's what I find so attractive. So thank you so much for watching. It was great to have you here. I really do appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. So have a wonderful, beautiful night, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.